All right, now we're recording. This webinar is specifically designed to tell you all the information about the Awakening Women's Retreat. It's going to be connection, elevation, opening, inspiration, experiential, all of these women coming together, which all is kind of a small amount. We specifically chose a place where we could have a small, close knit, bonded group. So these, if you're the woman who's feeling a pull and awakening and you want to not be alone through this is where you want to be. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that today, and then I'm going to close with an experience right here. We're going to do a guided meditation with me and Julie, because everybody needs a little bit of elevation in their day. So I want to introduce you to Julie, and I intended to find a picture of our graduation. And
I have one somewhere too. Oh my gosh. Yeah, why did you do that?
somewhere in our group before
Yeah.
the time is done, we'll definitely drop in pictures. I met Julie more than 15 years ago when we were both in yoga training class course together, and I taught yoga for just a few years and ended up, life brought me in another direction, but I still, all the principles and practices of yoga I use in my life, and many of the principles I teach in my programs.
Yeah.
So but Julie has been full-time yoga instructor, and also as a dietitian, and also just an amazing thought leader, and all things beautiful, and focuses on our, oh gosh, you guys, warning, hormone overload in here. So if I cry, I'm female.
Oh, I love that.
So
These are
uh,
good.
and I'm feeling all the feels, because my love for this woman is intense, because in our world, women have always been
Thank you.
attacked for our relationships with our body, and what we think, and what we have, and what we can give, and what is expected.
Yep.
And she is guru at healing those ideas and thoughts and connection there. So with that being said,
Oh.
Julie, tell us a little bit about yourself that I didn't already cover.
Ruthie, thank you so much. That was so beautiful. Oh my gosh. I'm like, taking that in. And I think just if you just take a breath and feel just what's happening right now, it's a testament to how powerful the connections are between women. And they ripple out, and just that initial connection we had, and all the other women in our group, and we had a couple guys in there too, and they were amazing. But these connections, I'm still connected with most, I would say a good at least 60% of our group, and just to see what we've done in the world, our own unique paths. But don't get lost on that time continuum that the world creates, because it's so time transcendent, right? These connections and that ripple effect. And that's really the core of my work. I spent pretty much the most first 15-ish years of my life, trapped in that misery of painful body image, and just an ugly, unhappy relationship with food and myself, and then my life, because that's your foundation, the relationship with yourself. And our self is a body in this life right now. That's a part of that self. And it affects everything. You can't be at war with yourself and living peaceful in the world, period. And it's also a service for us to heal that, because it ripples out, And so I love nothing more than gathering with women in incredible spaces, places in nature. So to have the ocean, I'm also very deeply connected to the sea. That alone is such a powerful aspect of this gathering, is to be together by the sea. Yeah. And yoga, to me, I found healing with my eating disorder and my recovery, in different ways, mostly through nature, through horses, through my own intuition. And then years after into recovery, I discovered yoga, and I was like, there's this whole system that has this all outlined, and how to go about it and how to do it. I was like, wow. And so sadly, in Western culture, we don't really get the rich wisdom of yoga. We're just getting the workout, the fitness. It also has been, co-opted into, in a lot of ways, co-opted into the negative body image piece, and still disempowering women, right? To continue the focus on just the physical. So I really passionate about people getting the full array of gifts from yoga, to removing this obstacle to their best life, their most happy, peaceful life. Get this, BS of fighting with ourselves and being unhappy with our bodies, get that out of the way. And really the healing process of that is an access point for your purpose, your passion, in yoga, it's called dharma, kind of the why am I here, so pain can always be transformed to purpose. And that's really what I love to do. And I'm excited to get to do this with Ruthie and Jess, who I've just met and adore already. So really
And
excited. Okay, I hope that's enough. I'll
yes, and all
pass
of
it
the
back to
best
you.
friends that we haven't even met yet. That's one thing I'm so excited about this retreat, because I I have already seen it. I've already been there, because time is all, the the way we see time isn't always the way it is. And I've been there in this space with you women, the women that will find their way here because you're meant to be there. And so, just a little bit about me for those of you that don't know me very well, and for people that are more connected with Julie. Here, my name is Ruthie Renee, and I put Ruthie Renee on everything. Some people call me Ruthie, some people call me Renee, some people call me Ruthie Renee, some people call me Mom, some people call me Honey, and I answer to just about everything. I connect with both Ruthie and Renee, and we're going to get into names a little bit in our retreat, but there's a bonus here. So what? And I'll get into that, and I'm just writing down names so that I remember that. Okay, so I connect. Call me anything. I connect with both of them. My path started almost a half a century ago. And I was a happy kid, and I loved to sing. And then somehow it shifted. Well, I know, and I'm not going to share that here, but it shifted into some pretty deep depression
Mm.
quickly in life. Like, just to throw it right out there, right up front, I was 9 the first time I tried to take my life.
Oh,
Luckily, I wasn't very good at it. And it gave me this openness to searching for healing, searching for something more, something better than what I was given. And fast forward now, looking back, I was given so much. I was given so much. And I just didn't see it because I had all of this pain in front of me. And that led me to things like becoming a yoga instructor, managing at a health food store where I learned how to take care of my body and food and different supplements, and that led to being the national educator for a cannabis company, and totally shifting my mindset on this is so bad to, oh, there are parts of the plant that are healing and aren't gonna give you that weird experience if that's not what you're looking for. And then coaching, and I was a mentor and coach for a few years, but there was still this missing piece where, like, I could logically understand how to work things out and how I wanted to be, and still my uh, my crazy zombie brain would take over in certain instances, like the dentist, and I would become a different version of myself that I had no control over. And that was the missing piece that I found the answers with hypnosis,
mm.
a way to sink down into our subconscious mind to reprogram the pain, to be able to see, like Julie said, to be able to see things, our pain, our sadness, our whatever, and transform it and use it as I had a quote a few years back, let your stinkiest crap fertilize the beauty. Okay, so that's what I do. And so that's a little bit about us. I'm going to jump right into, for sake of time, I'm going to jump right into our slides. Awakening Women's Retreat. Awakening, this is just to define, this is for the woman who is feeling the awakening or has been feeling the awakening. And you might not even know what that's about, or you might have already deep dive into healing and so much more than you had 20 years ago, 10 years ago. But this is not us saying, come, let us awaken you. This is for the woman who has already begun to awaken, and we're going to come together for this experiential event that you didn't even know you were waiting for. But here it is. A transformation, transition, it always starts somewhere. And sometimes, like, we feel like we're in different places. And for people that are in my Create Your Reality course, there's a sneak peek of what we're going to talk about this week, but I'm just touching on it. So even before you were a caterpillar, there were other stages. There are many transitions. I want you to think back for a moment to puberty. Was that fun for you? Were you excited to get boobies and start menstruating? Or, remember that, like, the craziness, how you would just cry for no reason and then you would be angry and you just couldn't quite figure it out, because transition can be difficult. It can be messy. It's just like, you're moving into this space where you're going from something like a caterpillar or a little girl, and you're transforming into a woman. However, that's not the only transition. We also move into different transitions with our relationships when we go from one person and then we connect with another human so much that we want to be one in marriage or relationship, living together. And that's a whole new transition. And then some of us create children, and that's another transition. And then those children grow and start to be able to take care of themselves. And that's another transition for women, where you're like, okay, I've been needed by everybody else my whole life. Now what do I do? Who am I? All of these things. So we know, because we've been there. We've gone through so many transitions. We know it can be sticky and uncomfortable, and people don't understand. And sometimes you don't even understand yourself because you've got a lot going on inside. You're ooey gooey transforming.
Love that.
But once you make it through the victory and the flight, the wonder, once you are able to move through into that next phase of transition, it's so amazing. Am I right? Like, just thinking about the different transitions in your life where you thought, I'm never going to make through this, and then on the other side you're like, wow, I'm strong, I'm an adult now, I have more wisdom than I thought. I'm all of those things. I hope that you guys have experienced a transformation on some level, and you might be searching or in the middle of transition right now. Ultimately, you're the one that chooses how slow, how fast, when. We're all influenced. We cannot be individual in this world. It's just impossible, because to do that, you would have to stop breathing. Think about that for a moment. When you inhale, you are no longer yourself. You're taking in oxygen that's been transformed by the sun, by the plants, by the the all everything that's all around you. You might, this kind of gross, but you might be breathing in literal pieces of people around you, the minute particles of skin, their breath. Think about somebody who you love and you're face to face and you're breathing so close to each other you can taste their breath, and hopefully it's good. But the bottom line is we are not ourselves, and we were never meant to be. We were never meant to do it alone, but the choice is still you. It's up to you. But what if, like I said, you recognize that you didn't have to do it alone? We have always connected with women through centuries, millennia. Women have always been there together. It's only been recently that the men have been invited into childbirth. It's
Mm.
always been women. Women, sorry, our mothers, our sisters, our grandmothers, we used to love the older women and the wisdom that they had. And
Right.
they're still there. That richness is still there. And the babies, I learned so much from my daughter, um, like crazy on a daily basis. And my sister, who is my biggest cheerleader and I love, and my dear friends that I've had for years that I've connected with, Jess, who I've is such a rock and a support for me. We met from a retreat, not an overnighter retreat, but seminar experience. And that was years and years ago, and we're still fast friends. So, what about you? What if the most powerful awakening with your best friends that you haven't even met yet, that you have we have met, by the way. We've met everybody in this retreat. We just don't know it yet. We've been searching for each other in the quantum field. And now it's time to come together at beautiful Destin Beach, because water is so healing, because the sun is somehow more beautiful on the beach. Now I'm going to go quickly through these slides to just show you this is where I got married. So this is why it's very special to me. That's the love of my life and our children.
Beautiful.
This is the view from our backyard where we'll be staying for 4 nights. It's just amazing. Here's our pool and our hot tub where we can laugh and giggle and relax and unwind and massage each other's feet. And by the way, that little behind that couch where there's a red pillow, there's a full bathroom with a shower, because we do have one room, bunk room, that doesn't have its own shower. And but that'll be a private shower for those people. Um, this is the table where we gather and watch the people in the pool if you're not a pool kind of person, and the beautiful lake. And here's our front of our house and the beautiful paved um, that thing in front where we can do yoga all together, early morning yoga and meditations. This is every woman knows how important the kitchen is.
Mhm.
This is where we gather. This is where there's just something about food
Mhm.
where it just connects, and we can munch on delicious, healthy snacks. Did I mention Julie's a dietitian? So we absolutely will take into consideration people's dietary needs, and we'll
Mhm.
have so many delicious options. Here's our living room where we'll visit, where I'm there and you're there, and your best friend, if you can convince her to come, and your new best friend, and all the people, all of us
I love
together.
the little heart in the pool. That's amazing.
I know she's underwater. She's must be a Pisces, because they
I
just can't
love
get out
that.
of where, maybe Aquarius. And then there's your sleeping spaces. I'm going to go through each of the rooms because the sleeping spaces are going to change the pricing somewhat, because look at this princess goddess room. Now, this room I don't know if I was supposed to say this or not yet, but there will be each king size bed sleeps two. So if you're weird about sleeping with another person, you can choose a bunk, or you can convince a friend or sister or mother or somebody that you're comfortable with to come with you and share the space, and we'll work that out. But this room has the space for probably 6 people if you wanted to have blow up mattresses, or if you bring a bedroll. And we can, if you have people that are on a lower budget, but you want them to be there with you, talk
Mhm.
to us personally, and we can show you how you can save some money that way. This is the bathroom to the master suite I just showed you. Look at that tub. Like,
I know. I
we're going to have some rules around, like, you need to come and hang out with us at least a little bit of the time, and not just spend the entire week in the tub. And next to the tub, there's a shower that comes at you with 5 different directions and 2 sinks. So there's plenty of room. The closet is big enough for you to sleep in if you want to shove somebody in the closet. This is the upstairs main living area. So I just wanted to show this because, number one, we have a couch sleeper for if somebody's on a lower budget and they want a couch. But also, to show that home is large enough that there's plenty of spaces for quiet and solitude. You can see the deck out there that still overlooks, but if you want to be a little bit quieter, you can go out on the deck, the patio, whatever that's called, and have a little more solitude. But it's large, it stretches the whole span of the house.
Mm.
Here's the upstairs master suite, king size bed with its own the balcony that it does extend across the house, and an amazing shower. This is the same type of shower that are
Well, you can see there the jets.
yes, they
Yeah.
I think most of the showers are this way. And then there's even a sitting space in case anybody has to do some work or their makeup. And then it's a double vanity as well. Here's the third bedroom. This has a king size bed, but also to the right, you can see there are bunks. So this room will hold 4 people, and it has its own private bathroom. This is where the house is, that arrow. And look, there's the lake that we get to look at and see the sunset, see the sunrise, but it's just like less than a 5-minute bike ride to the beach. And we have 6 bikes to use, along with a not a scooter, what the people
Golf
do,
cart.
golf carts. Thank you. A
Yeah.
golf cart that has, oh, we're back to that. How did that happen?
Yes.
What?
Shuttle people down there, down to the
Yes.
beach
Okay.
as well.
So somewhere I mixed up pictures because they were little, but there is another bunk room with 4 bunks in it.
Mm.
And the entire place is magnificent. What I want to mention is wholeness, because too many people feel broken or shattered, and we're constantly wanting to feel whole again. That's one of the things that you'll learn how to do with the self hypnosis program that I offer, because I promise you, you're not broken, number one. But sometimes it feels like it, because when we have trauma in different places in our life, if we show up in a way, or we're forced to show up in a way that is not congruent with our core,
Mhm.
who we are, we will splinter that off. And
Mhm.
so that's why we feel broken. So we can feel like we have multiple personalities sometimes, but it's more like a mirror that has been shattered. You can still see there's all still working pieces, but through the healing process, we reintegrate all
Mhm.
of those pieces that we've pushed out of ourselves. So we feel the wholeness within ourselves more. But more than that, the recognition, like I was talking about the breath, that we are not whole by ourselves.
Mhm.
We are here on this planet with animals, insects, trees, flowers, and humans.
Mhm.
We have each other, and part of the wholeness is that connection to each other, all of the humans, and everything around our globe and beyond. It's all a part of who we are. We cannot help but take it in. So here we are. We use our senses. We see, we hear, we touch, but there are other senses. Our sense of feel, the feeling within your heart that hopefully you've touched on while in this small time we've been together already. And the wonder, the sense of wonder, our sense of balance, it's all around us. And we want to explore them more to develop, because all
Yeah.
senses, people that are clairvoyant and whatever, they're all senses we all have, but some of us have developed different senses more than others. And we're going to take a look at those as well. And the easiest way to do that is through human connection. And there is nothing like connection more than with our sisters. Okay, so now into the dirty little details. Awakening dirty. There's nothing dirty
I was gonna say, I don't think it
the wondrous details, the sandy little
wondrous.
details, maybe not
Sandy.
dirt, but
Yes,
definitely
Sandy. I love
sand. Lots of sandy details. Okay, so what you will receive in this retreat, the retreat is only part of it. The retreat is the crown jewel at the end, the celebration coming at the end of an 8-week journey
that.
for some amazing, beautiful women. You're going to receive an 8-week self-hypnosis, self-discovery course. And if you go on my website, that's $2,200, just to let you know.
Mhm.
An 8-week body karma healing course that Julie will be gifting. And that course in and of itself is a $2,000 course. And we'll be going through that together. We're going to have a private Facebook group because we don't want to show up strangers at our retreat. We all want to be best friends. So we're going to start out with a private Facebook group where you'll have the courses already there and you'll meet new friends and you have the opportunity to share. You can share your own memes, questions, stories, experiences, chat with your friends, ask for who wants to carpool, things like that. You're going to learn and grow together for 8 weeks. And that has its own value. There are plenty of Facebook groups that are free, and there are plenty of Facebook groups that charge monthly or weekly to be a part of. So this is included. And then somebody else read that because my bar is in front of it.
4 nights, all inclusive retreat in Destin, Florida.
Yes, all those beautiful pictures that we showed you. So all of this is what you're going to receive. Now, I'm going to show you where to go to get more details on the website, but the 4 nights and 5 days will have plenty of experiential activities for growth, but we were very adamant about making sure that you had at least 5 hours a day for just whatever you wanted to do. If you want to meditate or journal or ponder or walk the beach or swim or get some sunshine or go shopping, that's all up to you and whatever you decide. So, and then there's one more thing you're going to gain, and that's connection. Connection, bringing about a deeper wholeness with new lifetime friends. And hopefully all of us will agree that is just priceless. So, all that we have included, hopefully you agree that there's about a $6,000 plus value, up to priceless, because of the connections you're going to make and the insights that you will have in the transformation. However, we're not charging that. Our price is only $2,000 for the entire 8-week experience. And if you've gone to all inclusive resort type things, you'll know that you would probably pay $2,000 just for the week in Florida.
Mhm.
Um, However, because you're here, because you're watching, because you're listening, and you're here early and you're interested early, we I don't see what it says.
Early bird special through early bird through August 31st.
Okay, thank
Special's not in
you.
there.
That's my birthday. So anybody that signs up before or on my birthday will get an early bird pricing. And what that looks like is $1,500. However,
That's the premium.
that's
Yeah, that's
the premium. I just realized when I got on earlier with Julie, I'm like, oh wait, $1,500. That's the high end. So if you are one of the spaces in the downstairs, the biggest master suite, that's so luxurious,
mhm.
that's what you'll pay is $1,500.
Well,
And
if you only did that for yourself, right?
exactly.
Like if you bring other,
Oh,
if you
yeah.
have folks room with you, that brings
Then
everything up.
exactly. Then this is for two people, would be $1,500 a piece for two people in that suite. And again, if you have other people that you're already close knit with and you want to share that extra $500 expense for the master suite, we can definitely adjust that price as well. And you can talk to us individually about that. So I am like I'm feeling this is so funny because I'm doing this, but as I'm watching, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I want to go. I want to be there. I'm gonna make this happen. But I am. Um so so I want to show you. Oh wait, there's more. For more information, I want to show you how to find it. So, how do you find where to sign up? If $1,500, I know that's a bit out of my range right now. If I wanted to go and I need a payment plan, I'm going to show you how to do it. So, you're going to go to quantumfieldtrips.com and you're going to see me at the
I'll put that in the link, the
Oh,
chat.
thank you. Thank you in the chat. That would be great. And on the replay on Facebook, I'll put in all the links as well. But you're just going to come over to the store. Okay, so here you're going to see the store, and this is what you want to click on for all of the details. This one is going to show you each bedroom and more pictures. But when you scroll down, 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 you select a sleeping space. And if you click on this, either the one or two bedroom in the master suite, oh, where's the picture?
Oh, it's not showing it. Well, you can see, oh, there it is, showing up top. I think it changes up.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's dorky. You're gonna have to do some scrolling, but you can see the bed space that you're going after. In fact, I'm going to show you
The bunk room.
the bunk room. The bunk room is still really nice.
Yes.
There's
Oh, really
there's
nice.
these are solid bunks, you guys. So they're not just for kids. It's going to hold an adult woman just
And
fine.
there's like legit stairs to climb up.
There,
I'm like worried
exactly.
about that with bunks. I'm like, I'm not climbing like
No,
some
we're gonna
ladder. Like,
no ladder where you're gonna fall down, and there's a nice large
right.
TV in there too. And there is sleeping space in here on the floor. So right now we have space for 15 people. If
Yeah.
we fill up and you come to us and you're like, oh my gosh, my sister really wants to come now, my best friend, and she just heard about it, we can make space for about 5 to 6 more people. But right now we're just going to keep it at 15 for actual bed spaces, or if you're really um, tight, then you've got the option to sleep on one of the couches, and that's the starting price of $1,000. So these are going to show you, it will show you what the price is. Will it? Oh, you're going to have to put in your information, but it'll show you the pricing for each one. And then I think that's all I wanted to show you here. So you can see more pictures, and you can all that I shared with you. This is all right here too. And we don't want to, there's also gym, there's a lovely, huge gym and a larger pool, and the community's amazing. So if you like to exercise, you get out, walk, or you can use one of the bikes. Um, the the activities we're going to keep a secret because you can't explain an activity and then get the full experience.
Mm.
We're going to wait, but all we want to do is make sure that we are going to have activities every day, uplifting, moving, transformational activities. And some of these have been pivotal in my own life that I want to then share with you. And same with Julie. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited
So fun to share them.
for these. And so there you have it. Are there, before I we jump into our meditation, are there any questions? Have you guys seen any questions? I lost my Facebook, so I don't know if there are any.
I don't see any in the chat. Yeah.
Okay. And there's just a bunch of love, but no questions yet. So now we're going to go ahead and we'll make sure everybody, oh my gosh, wait, there's more. I just saw Jess. I want to introduce Jess since I've talked about her already. Um, Hello, my name is Ruthie Renee, and I have ADHD. I have a beautiful creative mind, and I love it. And I love that so much is in here. And none of my skills are on the computer. So
You're
I
doing great for that because all the, honestly, you wouldn't know.
well, I've been doing this for years. You'd think I would know, but it's still like for me. And I will get together with Jess, and I'll feel like I've wasted 2 hours of her time, and I'll just ramble on about my business. And then all of a sudden, she has all these spreadsheets and plans, and it's like, oh, how did you do that? So she's the technical guru behind all of this, and I want to introduce you to her in case you feel like, oh my gosh, I really want to do this. I just can't fit into my budget. I don't know how to do it. That's number one, just a thought. So I'll just put that in there. But I'm going to introduce to you my friend Jess, who will help you work through that. Okay, take it away, Jess.
Hi, everyone. I'm really excited about what Ruthie and Julie have put together for this retreat, and I hope to see everybody there. I work with a company. The name of my company is LifeWorks, and I'm really good at looking at big picture and pulling it down and doing the day-to-day, the hard work of task mastering, I guess. The one cracking the whip and saying, have you done this or did you do that? This is coming. We need to have A, B, and C done before it gets here. So in the business world, they call that logistical planning. And it transitions very well into budgeting, which numbers are really sort of my happy place. And I am going to offer everybody a budget workshop here. And I think we were talking about doing it just at the beginning of when we start our 8-week courses. So we're going to offer a budgeting workshop if you guys want to do that, and you'll be able to put together your budget. You'll be able to see what you can accommodate and how you're going to be able to hopefully join us in November. So I'm looking forward to that for everybody.
And when she says budgeting, I just want to let you know that I've been to so many financial organization budgeting blah 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 classes, and I retain that much. The difference is that Jess is hands-on. You're going to open up the spreadsheets. You're going to put in the numbers. You're going to do things as she's going through it. So when we do, if you're that kinesthetic learner, you're going to get so much more out of her class than whatever other things you've done. So I didn't even include that in the bonus. You guys, that's another free bonus that you're going to get, because not only will this help you organize your budget for the retreat, it's also going to help you long term. So and we can actually she'll share more throughout the program as well.
You should walk away with a budget that will keep you on the path that you decide that you want to follow until a change happens. Some of your goals are met, or you get an increase in financial resource, or even, heaven forbid, there's a decrease in financial resource. But we should have all the plans so that instead of it like surprising you and putting you into that spiral, you'll say, oh, I know what I can do next. And you can make that adjustment without having it affect you deep down into your core, because
And
we've
that,
already talked about it.
oh, yeah, that like lowers the stress so much, just knowing you're prepared. And that's very root chakra, so I think sometimes when we get into things like these topics, the healing space and yoga and the, self-hypnosis, it's like feels all touchy-feely. But what a lot of people don't understand is that spirituality is very rooted in our humanness and those types of things. Saucha, one of the yamas and niyamas is, purity is about keeping your space clean and organized so that functions and the way we take care of our body. So things like this, like, just the basics of finances, that's root chakra. Also, it's right there with body image is very root chakra to start with. So I love, just helping people see like the application of these things that our culture kind of separates to different areas of our lives, and it's all very interconnected. So
well, I don't know how you guys grew up, but in our family, you sort of didn't talk about finances.
Right,
You talk about salaries. You didn't talk about budgets. So
right.
So it's sort of a taboo. Like there are lots of feelings about money, and really, if you just think about it, money is just a resource, and you just have to learn how to manage that resource, just like you manage your time,
your energy, and
clothes, your energy. It's only a resource.
It's a relationship. And I don't know how many people saw my face go, we talked about money. It was called, we can't afford it, maybe someday, blah, 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 that type of thing. And how many of my face was because, like, literally how many of us wish that we would have had this information and hands-on before COVID.
So the one thing great about this retreat is that it's going to be all inclusive. So it's one price for the retreat, for the food. You will be responsible for your transportation to get there, but once you're there,
you don't have to worry about, right?
Thank you. Yes, thank you for detailing that, Jess. That the meals, all the delicious. You don't have to worry about anything unless you want to go out Saturday night. Then dinner's on you with whoever you want to go out. And I haven't even quite decided yet. I might want to get all dressed up and fancy and go out to dinner Saturday night, or I may be tired and want to just hang out and cozy up on the couch with leftovers with my new best friends. We'll see how that goes, but everything else is included. Thank you for all of that. This has just been a fun hour, and I can't believe we're already nearing into an hour, but we don't want to leave you with, we want to give you this one last gift of just a few more minutes. Maybe, what do you say, Julie, about like 15 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, we can probably even just do 10, just do like 5 and 5, just so folks.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna help get everybody into a deepened headspace, trance, little bit of light trance and relaxing, so that then Julie can move into the meditation, and you will allow the words to come in. So for starters, just get comfortable. Get into a comfortable position, whether if it feels good to you to have your spine aligned and stack on top of your sits bones and however it's comfortable for you. You can lay on the couch or on the floor, you can sit. Just allow everything to be open enough so that the energy can flow. And when you close your eyes, if you want to close your eyes, if that feels comfortable for you, or you can find um, a space somewhere where the ceiling connects to the wall so that you're not looking up with your head, but your eyes are tilted up. When we tilt our eyes up, we invite the direction of our mind to move into our imagination. It's easier to move into the space of the quantum where time just disappears and our bodies can disappear. And the stressors can just melt away. So as you're looking with your eyes closed or open, just allow your body to sink. Trust that you're in a safe space and you can begin to loosen, unwind, and open. Let's bring your attention to the top of your head, your scalp, where you can feel your hair particles. Is your hair up? Is it pulling in a ponytail? Do you have a clip? Or is it flowing? Just feel the energy and allow it to melt down your face. And allow that melting, that melted butter rolling over noodles. Feel the warmth and feel that melt down past your jawline, allowing your mouth to open slightly if that feels comfortable, but loosening your jaw and opening the space between your eyebrows. Just all those tiny little muscles around your eyes, from squinting if your eyes are as old as mine, or just the pressure of life. We feel it around our eyes. Just turn them loose. Allow them to relax. And move that energy relaxing down your neck and your shoulders. If you need to, roll your shoulders back. Let them just relax and loosen. And pull that energy, that relaxing, soft, flowing energy all the way down your spine. Down your spine, and with it, loosening your chest, allowing your heart to open, your stomach, your hips, loosening the legs, the knees, and the feet. And now in this nice, relaxed position, I want you to just allow Julie's voice to guide you.
Thank you, Ruthie. So if you're comfortable doing so, place one hand at your heart, one at your lower belly. And if in any way that's triggering to touch your body, you can even just float your hands just a little away from those 2 points. And bring the awareness of the breath all the way in and down to the lower hand. With the exhale to the upper hand. So deepening the breath connection here between our home, Swadhisthana chakra, home of the soul self and the physical body, and our heart, our healing center. And just pay attention to what thoughts, feelings, sensations come up. And just breathe with them. Let go of judging or trying to change them or wondering why they're there. Just be with them like you would be with your pet or a child. Full acceptance. Letting the breath expand, feeling that wave of breath become a wave of compassion for yourself, a wave of light, of love that washes over any thoughts, any sensations, any emotions that you meet in your life experience. Take a few more breaths here, cultivating this wave, this healing force of self-compassion in the core of your being, always with you. Always bringing you back home to the wholeness that you are. When you're ready, bring your hands together in prayer, softly rub them together and create a little more connection and movement. And then just take your hands and gently wash over your face, just letting your eyes open if you had them closed. Moment of self-touch, self-connection, landing back at the heart. Yeah, maybe a yawn. I often get a yawn just for that. All right. Thanks for being here, folks. Feel free to reach out to us with questions and comments.
Now I feel like we should have done that at the beginning because now I'm nice
Oh,
and
good.
relaxed and ready
Oh,
to
good. Perfect.
Thank
Oh,
you for that.
good.
Thank you for everybody that's been here. Thank you to all of our friends that we're going to share this amazing experience with. And we will connect with you soon.
Yay.
Thanks,
Awesome.
everyone.